Sign into chat. All right. Testing. Looks like the audio is working. Desktop audio is working. All right. I'm just going to be cleaning up the track and making things a little bit more, just tidying things up before mixing and mastering. And then kind of going over through a couple things. Really, I'm just doing this to practice sort of describing what's going on since I'm absolutely terrible at it. One of the things that was bothering me is this kick. So I have a kick that plays in the intro and here, and then instead of kicking it under the different kick in its layer, there's a better way of doing it as opposed to this silly automation. So I started doing it. I'm just going to unmap everything real quick. And let's delete all this automation. And then also the automation here. And then the automation here. Yeah, this is just way too silly. There's no need to turn on and off 3 different things when you just want to switch it between the 2. And to do that, basically, I just added the on-off switches to the macro over here. Looks like it saved all my macros. And so the point of that is once you have that set up, you can map these. So I'll set this to 2, 2, 0, 0. So the intro kick will only be on when this is set to 0. So if I unmap it, I'll just so you can see here. Let's see, and then yep. So that's the only thing playing. There we go. That was bothering me. So now we have that set up. I'm just going through now to make sure I don't have any duplicates of things that are unnecessary. The snap heats at the end. This was for the hats. My hats were a bit too... I could have put it on the chain for both, but I think it was also affecting the... well, I had a crash earlier, which I moved to the symbol section. So let's see here. Most of my drums are doing all right. Yeah, I gotta turn off my temporary master. And let's get the bass bus and the drum bus going. Dipping over here. The sub is mostly around the same level, and I have it under 5 decibels. So let's take a look. I think I actually was trying to figure this out and I didn't like the tone when I fixed it. It's right around, I could try and use a multiband. That might actually help. If I just use a multiband on just that bass. It's this range. If I pull back here. I'll definitely have to output this a little bit less. Maybe. I don't know how I feel about that though. Those don't sound as good as. That note doesn't sound as good. Let me just do this test back here. That'd be easier. I could do the on-off thing with this as well, but it seems a little silly. Call this the fixed 1K dip issue, and I'm going to try a multiband compressor just to see. I mean, this is essentially what an OTT kind of is, but let's use fab filters and B. You probably put it before the, yeah, definitely before. And where's that? Oh. Usually I have all of this stuff like on separate screens, but I figure it might help for other people to kind of like see what's going on here. So it was like around 1,000 to 2,000, probably closer to here. A little more dynamic, so I don't want to like crush it on the threshold. To me sounds better than this one. I'm just going to call them the same thing, and that way, when I cover this with Slink, he'll tell me which one sucks and which one doesn't. Or both, they both suck. That's definitely an option as well. Are my levels okay? Just so you know, it's just the percussion and the bass right now. Kick, resampled. Okay, I wanted to. Oh, right, because I already resampled it and pushed it into, yeah, okay, that's fine. This right here, whoops. That second kick is could be this the sub and the kick right here. What causes this sometimes is that that little unevenness is probably it could either be the length of the kick or the side chain. Let's see. If I made it 20, is that too much? Probably. Yeah, see, I was able to bring it down just ever so slightly. But that could also be fixed in the master with a multiband as well. If we wanted to go that far, I don't want to put too much sidechain on it. Is the problem? How does it sound in the rest of it though? This is pre-kick. Oh, that made a big difference. That free kick is what really did it. So I guess now what I'll do is do a different screen for now, and eagle eye this a little bit. Do I have to get rid of all of these? I might actually just have to change the pre-kick. Actually, hold on. Yeah, so I guess what that was is the tail on the uh, pre-kick um, or ghost kick was off. I should actually rename it ghost. Was too long, and that was causing that is what was causing it to have some of those little random peaks. But now it's nice and level. And hold up, let us move this back to 50 milliseconds. Make sure that's fine. Okay. That's that. There's something I fixed this with a multiband. That keeking issue. Okay, let's get rid of this for now. Make sure this is good. Oh, did I turn this all back on? Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I only wanted this one on. Shit. Let's double check that. Alright, well, seems fine. 44. I always like to double check this intro. Hook bass, redux. Oh, yeah. Just kick snare off. Did that. Snare tone. Oh yeah, we're not gonna get that.
Drop the bass in.
It's the same one. Still a little dip here. I think that's fine here, as long as it's sounding pretty good everywhere else. I also noticed that this reached really high decibel levels. It was probably, it usually almost always is the roll, the fills that are the culprit, but let's see. Let's isolate this. It does get up pretty high up there. I did it. As long as it's not, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's ruining the feel, and it saves us a whole, like, I think I saw it go up to like 5.5, so a whole decibel is pretty good.
Drop the bass in.
It seems to be some randomness around here that's causing that, because there are some times where there's no decibel issue here, and sometimes there is. I actually should, before I go too much further, make sure. So I covered what this does in a like short yesterday. So basically, the way this is working is we have this format filter here on one of the basic shapes, and we have this LFO inside of this serum hitting the resonance and the drive. Mostly, the point of the LFOs is to add character to it, without it going too chaotic. Because if you have too much randomness, it's hard to properly EQ or really mix. Because you have the issues where I'm having now, where like sometimes this is like 5 decibels, and it's also harder to isolate it where you're going to EQ the individual instrument. So you want randomness in texture, but you don't want complete utter chaos to make it too inconsistent. And so I also have it on the release on this compressor. There's nothing too crazy going on here. It's just distortion, EQ, and then a filter. I think, yeah. There's this LFO2, which is a filter, and I think those are the only 2. And then there's some detune with 5 unison, the blend, you can see. Oops, yeah, okay. And if you turn the randomness down, that also helps with the balance of the EQ, because a lot of times I found issues where earlier I had to close the tail of the kick in order, or well, it's the ghost kick, but you can also have to do it with the kick, and because then sometimes it just peaks. What basically happens is there's like some sort of, if you have a sub in that same kind of like idea, that you might see some dips or some boosts, and random, and in you have to mess with the phase a little bit. If you are layering it with a sub, there's like some sort of like phase canceling thing that's going on, or they're like really close to playing the same note, which is the main reason why you have to really mess with the cutoff on the low end. But even then, some of it sneaks in, so then it makes it more basically unmixable. at least if you want some consistency in your mix. I hope that makes sense. I'm not really good at really describing it. I guess if I was to show, maybe I can show if I do the bass bus. It's kind of hard with this instrument though. Well, let's see. I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I can do it with this instrument, to be honest. Definitely not there. It's a good one. Let's try that. Okay. See how that's like the format filter is messing with the sound? If I actually cut. Yeah. I guess, oops. I guess we're not going to get a good example visually speaking, but it's kind of what it does, and you can hear the difference on like what it's kind of doing to it anyway. It definitely with combined with the format filter, it definitely kind of like messed up things. To continue the train of how this works, these are sent to mod wheels. So this one's just the resonance, a little bit of the drive, and this one's just the format. And then both of those are set. You basically just configure those two and then set them to the macros. And then that way you can either manually do it or you can add LFOs to sort of have a consistency in the character. I like to have like one or two LFOs to different things and then have one where I can kind of automate. So it makes it a little bit less messy when you're going through your automation legs. It also gives you less work. And it's fun. You get to try different stuff. You can alter the rates. You can LFO the rates, becomes like an inception of LFOs, which is fun. There's also a widener here to increase width. And then I later cut it, the EQ sides here. So if I turn this off, you can hear the width in the low end. And that really messes with the mix because typically you want everything under 100 hertz to be mono. Not always, but typically. So that will help align everything to the EQ when you get to the mastering and mixing phase. Get this automated, and this is the tone. There's also in this chain, I have a bunch of like saturation with delays. There's this drum purgatory, which is kind of cool. Just adds distortion. And then I have this LFO to the distortion set to that mod wheel. There's OTT, saturator, and then just EQ and then delay. It's really just adding, so just adds a shit ton of character to it. All right. So that's that. And then the hook bass is, I think, a little bit more simple, although I have all of these. Why do I always forget the name of it? All these wheels. I called out what it was. Yeah. If you know what it is, you can just tell me. I have to do this. Macros. Oh my god. Yeah, this one's just like the main hook base I like to use. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I think so. Um, the way this works basically is we have 4 mod wheels, all configured to these right here, and it's basically 2 of the same wavetables. The only difference is where we're starting the wavetable, so the positioning right here and here, and then this will affect, while this maintains its position, this is the one we'll change the positioning on. And then you have the noise. So if I open up my automation lanes here, we got a couple things going on. There's no LFOs to this bad boy. I'll just move this over here. But we can see you have the macro one, which is the wavetable position being changed. I should probably solo it. And that's just the wavetable. Here, actually, if I show you here, see it's moving between here and here. And if we look at the mapping, it doesn't look like I actually have any min maxes on here, surprisingly. Usually I do that. But the noise pitching as well is affecting it. So I typically kept the noise pitching about the same on most of it. Let's do, yeah. It's the same over here. Yeah. Okay. So that one. Wavetable position is the same. Okay, so I'm only on it. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, because I was having a lot of EQing issues with too much noise, which is being associated right here on this pitch. But it sounded good a lot of times, so you just automate it. Definitely on the drop. Anyway, let's go back to cleaning up a little bit. This is my other format filter. I'm just looking at the chain to make sure there's no redundancy. What is this again? Oh yeah. Is that, when is this used? Do I use it just once? I use it a couple times. Basically, I'm just messing with the left-right on the width of just the width, and the rate of it is just like kind of given that. Before that, obviously, I definitely cut the width on the low end, so it's not really messing with it too much. You're basically like turning it left, right on the sides. Let's see here. was wondering if it should be faster or slower. It doesn't matter. I'll just keep it as is. Looking for redundancy. Seems fine. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't soft clipping when we already have a glue compressor over here doing that. It's one of the other things. I'm also trying to make sure I separate my EQ with my EQ sides. Or if there's anything that could be automated a little bit better or combined. Sometimes I like to use a little alter voice, so when we get to the vocals, I like to make sure. So this was brought to my attention. If I solo, let's do, this one has it, right? No, this one.
Keep on walking, keep on.
This one actually, yeah, it does have.
Keep on walking, keep on.
But when is it on? That's the question. Here. Okay, yeah.
Drop.
So if I turn off the widener and the utility and the side, you little alter boy kind of like fucks with the mid sides on it. So what you could do is you add a utility, add it just to the left, and then a widener to widen it back up, just so you can hear the difference. And then we'll add the widener. So now it's sounding more like you would expect. I have it set to 200%, and then the sides, because I want anything below. You could also mess with the if you so desired. But yeah, those are the type of redundancies I'm looking to clear up before sending this out to mix, and also double checking the decibel levels. So we found an issue here. Is it Let's try getting the bass and drum bus. Okay, so it's definitely one of those. It could be the percussion. I'm thinking probably the toms. Yeah, so see, like, it was like at 5.5 decibels. That's like a whole decibel less. So I like the toms, but not that much. Let's just take away one at a time and figure out exactly where the issue is. I think it's this. Yeah, so it seemed the culprit was that tom. For those of you that just came in, basically I was just ensuring that the decibel levels are relatively maintained at the same level. That's not for me. I'm not getting that. Sorry for the dogs. Let's see here. Yes, there's delay on it. Not even hearing it. Yeah. What if because I think the issue is that the hats are also being delayed. So let's separate that. Maybe I pull over the rides. Drum bus. I don't think so. No, I'm thinking more. So I could either add some, maybe I can do trap hats there. I might be able to do that. Or I can look for a top sample. Let me see, where's my, you can go to other projects, right? If I do like find trap hats. I forgot how you're supposed to grab racks from other projects. So I'm just gonna open up Smoke real quick and steal my hat rack from that. No. And while that goes on, hope everyone's having a good day. It's nice and bright out right now. It's cold as fuck out right now. Thinking about continuing that Sekiro run during the winter holidays. Trap drums? Yeah. This is a kickstand. That's not what I was looking for, though. Those were not the droids I was looking for. Ah, here. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. Trap art thingy. Copy. Nope. Smoke is another one. I'm pretty close to done mastering, and I have about 3 or 4 others that were just finished mastered that are going to be part of an EP coming out. Probably sometime around spring. Not sure if it's going to be the middle or the end, but it's pretty heavy. This is the, while we're waiting for it, this is the logo. It's called Algorithm. Maybe I'll play one of the songs a little bit after checking this out. Trap hats. All right, give it to me, trap hats. Tell me you're the droids I wanted. That sounded atrocious. EQ, actually wider, maybe. Maybe it makes it more interesting. Let's see. Then EQ side. It's definitely too loud. That's 3. It's still too loud. I think I'll do this and dial back on the threshold. EQ 8 and a shifter. I want to see if it's sitting in the right spot. Actually sounds I think I like where that sits on that shifter. What happens if I pull these here? There we go. All right. I'm kind of okay with it going above 5 in the drop. That should be the loudest anyway. I was looking through. These can remain separated. Let's see, the EQ. Is this tape stop? Do I need that? I kind of liked it. It sounds cool. This thing, this tape stop right here is actually kind of cool. Here, let me still. Oh, wait for it. It's only there for a second, but it's there. It's basically like it's like a rewind, fast forward kind of deal. Let's see where else is, just so I can tape stop. Is it just the tape stop? Oh yeah, here we go. So it starts playing there. Let me actually make it louder just so you can. I think it's kind of cool. You can't even hear it. I shouldn't even use it, but it's a cool tool. Can't hear it. What's the point? Okay, I like this. I like this art patch I have on Serum actually. I know I've been using a lot of Faceplant, but I still use a lot of my older ones. I've been using this since I used to watch Virtual Riot's videos. I don't know, was it 2017 or 16? I don't even fucking know anymore. But like, I still use this one whenever I make an ARP. I almost always try this out, and I almost always love it. Just love it. And it's layered with this art later. All right, so back to, I guess I don't really need to mess with the sides on these. I did it on the glitch. Guitar probably does, actually. I should just make a whole song on that sound. I may not have used the side because it might not have any. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Much better. Hey, you know, this is a little thing sometimes. That's the point of this. Cleaning up. Damn it. I wanted, yeah. Oh, that's why. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I didn't think about it. sounds like it's slightly out of tune from it, doesn't it? Guess that sounds fine. It's so hard to tell. Okay, I think we're good on this. I think this is fine for now. I did some of my own EQ or mastering after my EQ. I just realized nobody saw this. Oh man, that sucks. Womp womp. This whole time. Well, as it goes, I'm gonna call it anyway.